Hello. Welcome to Jassé in the Jeep. I am actually trying something new today. I am doing Jassé in the Jeep live from Facebook, and I've never done Jassé in the Jeep live from Facebook. I've always done it from Instagram. So, it's not that different, but hey, I'm trying something different. I have a lot to share with you guys today, so let's buckle up and enjoy the ride. So, passengers... November, my goodness, November. I saw all these, I saw all these like memes and pictures and talking about retrogrades and how November was going to come and cause different shifts and things like that. And I didn't know if I really put any real, anything into it. I was just like, okay. Well, November has truly started with, just for me, an energy shift. So yesterday was a extremely emotional day for me, and I cannot even begin to tell you why. Honestly, if someone would have told me yesterday at 6:30 a.m. that I probably would have cried the whole day, I would have said, you lying. Like, I woke up, everything was fine, everything was great. Me and my son had breakfast, we got ready, I got out and off earlier than usual, and everything was going fine. And one thing, just one little thing, changed everything. One thing took me, knocked me right over. And it's so funny because my sister teases me and she calls me tick, tick, boom. And she's like, Jassé, it's when you get upset or blow up, we never truly know where it's coming from. It's like you pile on. And so it's like tick, 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 boom. And truly, that's what happens. No, I didn't see this coming from anywhere. I will say I have been stressed with a lot of things. So a lot of my passengers know I am the oldest. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I have several duties at work. I'm like a hub for my friends to contact when they have things they want to talk about and seek guidance. And so a lot of things tend to rest on my shoulders, but I do it so graciously and effortlessly, and I love that people look to me for help and or for guidance or just to talk or just a friend or whatever. But I realized yesterday that I was just too loaded on one side of my life, just entirely way too overloaded. And internally, my body must have been processing these things. I know that the concerns have run through my mind, but I truly just been going through life like everything is fine. But yesterday, like I said, one thing just tipped me over. Like if I was sitting on a fence, this one thing said, boop. And the entire day, I was just so emotional. And honestly, I know everybody's like, what was it? Truly, it was just an email. That's all it was. It wasn't anything bad. It was just an email, but it was an email that just was the last thing to fall on the level of everything that in my mind I felt that I've been holding up. And so today my Jassé in the Jeep is about it's okay to not be okay. And yesterday was not an okay day for me. It was not. I could not get myself back to my normal, happy, jovial self. And it's so funny because just last week I did a whole video about happiness is you are the owner of your happiness. And I truly am still the owner of my happiness. But if I don't check in with myself and if I'm not truthful with myself and I'm not being truthful with the people around me, then situations like yesterday can happen to anyone. I know it happens to people. Yesterday I said, you know what? I'm going to be honest and I'm going to tell people I'm not okay. I was in the break room and a coworker that, we see each other in passing. She was like, is everything okay? And your natural response is, yes, everything's fine. How are you? And I was like, no. And she was like, I can tell. Like, do you need help? Do you need anything? And this is someone, like I said, that we see in passing. And I don't even know why I said no. Like, that's not the natural response, but that's just where I was in the day. And going home, I told everyone how I felt. I told my mother, I told my sister, I told my husband, and everyone was so concerned. But the one thing that everyone said was, I feel that way sometimes too, or you're dealing with that, I'm dealing with that too, or that's how I feel majority of my day. You know, if we're truly honest with each other, we all are just going through life with a mask on and acting like everything is okay. Nobody wants to be the person that's failing at life. Nobody wants to be the person that's not doing well. But when we bury our feelings, when we hide our emotions, when we're not truthful with ourselves and with the people that are around us, then we have these situations. And I think if not for nothing, yesterday, God was trying to teach me. Well, one, I will say this. God is like, oh, you want to do Jassé in the Jeep and you want to talk like you're a therapist? Well, I'm going to show you real therapist stuff. So I accept that, and I realized that. And so that was my lesson. I now can speak to a person when they say, I suffer from panic attacks, or I suffer from anxiety, or I can't tell you why I'm crying, but I'm crying and I can't stop. I understand that because that was me yesterday. I felt it, I lived it, and it was a lot, to be honest. So that's the first thing. So I realized that God is trying to say, okay, if we're going to ride this ride, here are your lessons. The second thing is, let's be honest with each other. Let's be honest with ourselves, and let's be honest with the people that we have relationships with. It is okay to not be okay. I'd rather someone say, I'm not okay today. I need time. I need to regroup. I'm not feeling myself. Something's not right. Any of those emotions are acceptable emotions to tell people that you're comfortable with, that you feel safe with, and that you, at the time that you need help with. Had I held all that emotion and cried in the car and went to work like everything was fine, and then cried in the car later and told no one, I would still be holding on to all of that. And truthfully and honestly, energy needs a place to go. It needs a place to go. If you keep it in your body, then it reveals itself in other ways. And I've discussed this before. Yesterday, I allowed that negative energy, that emotion, that disdain, that just overwhelmness, I allowed it to flow through me to other people to say, look, this is what I'm dealing with. And the energy that came back was so warm and loving. Like my husband was like, you know what, baby, just relax. I got you. My sister called me. I'm praying for you. My mom sent me a beautiful note. My supervisor talked to me. The response from me just being honest it just allowed my day today to be better. I still have things I need to do. I'm going to see my therapist tomorrow just to talk through it, to say this is something I didn't expect, and to get tools to work through it. But at the end of the day, I just want you guys to know that if this is how you're feeling, call somebody and talk to them, because there's no reason. Life is for the living. Like, I have a tattoo that says live your life. And that's to remind myself that you should live your life. Don't be scared to be the person that's not okay, because at the end, we're all not okay. Everyone is dealing with something. Everyone has worries. Everyone has issues. And so if you don't have somebody to talk to it about, take it in prayer. Prayer is so healing. If you can't pray about it, write it down, but let that energy go. and then take care of yourself. So whatever that means for you. Yesterday I ended up doing a foot bath and just soaking my feet in Epsom salt to just kind of just get my energy back flowing right. I went to bed early. I journaled the whole situation. And it's so funny, when I'm journaling, I'm imagining my grandchild or granddaughter reading this years from now. And so I'm being truthful and honest and saying, when I'm long and gone, more than likely these situations are still going to be here. And I want to be able to give my lineage just an example of how to work through it. So today, that's my Jassé in the Jeep. I am fine. Guys, please don't worry about me. Truly, like I said, I think yesterday was a test to say, Jassé, this is what you need to work on. And also, if you're going to be a person that people can go to, you have to know how to deal with these things. And so certain things you're going to have to experience for yourself so that you can be truthful, honest, and authentic when you're dealing with individuals. And so I welcome that. I thank my passengers for joining Jassé in the Jeep. Facebook, maybe you guys will enjoy it more here. Tell me, do I go live on Facebook? Should I go live on Instagram? Doesn't make a difference. Put them both up. Share with your friends. It's okay not to be okay. That's the end of it. Thank you guys for joining. I love all of you. Please, if you have any questions, send them to me. I'll welcome any message saying, Jassé, you're in my prayers. I'm thinking about you. This is what I do. When I have days like that, or I have days like this all the time, or whatever, this is just a forum for open discussion. Please, if you like it, share it. If you don't, it's there anyway. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Namaste. Have a great day.